chocolate dress on the runway made me really hungry. I saw chocolate and I felt proud of myself that in a day, nagawa ko yun. And I love the way it moved. It's kinetic and the colors are brilliant. And I think I did a good job.
When I saw my food-inspired garment on the runway, I was very surprised that it looked good. The faux rolls that I thought it's going to be bulky didn't really look that massive. So I was very happy that it turned out great on the runway at least.
Confident ako sa natapos ko. Kasi yun talaga yung expression ko ng food na natikman ko. And based din doon sa itsura niya. So it's just simple, wearable, and I think magugustuhan naman ng mga judges.
It was nice to see my garment walking on the runway. I think it was fresh. The idea, the technique that I've used on my garment was quite difficult, and I think I did well. I think the styling was great, and everything worked well together.
Walked down the runway wearing my dress, it was a good feeling. The model looked delicious. As you know, the challenge was a food challenge, so it was parang luscious yung kanyang feeling, yung sight dun sa buong totality ng model.
Rhea come down the runway. I felt happy because it looked really sophisticated. Rhea looked tall, which yun yung gusto kong achieve. Though I'm a bit disappointed that maybe it's a so-so garment, but I was really happy. I mean, I'm happy with my garment.
Nakita ko si Natasha on the runway, I feel maganda naman siya. So, I hope that masasafe ako. Yun lang, medyo hindi komportable. But, for me, okay naman yung proportion, tsaka the color. And, nakuha ko naman yun yung panlasa ko sa cake na ginawa namin.
Nakita ko yung damit ko sa runway. Nervous ako kasi nakita ko yung mga flaws, yung mga packaging. Pero I'm confident na magugustuhan ng mga judges yun kasi alam ko na alam nila kung ano yung gusto ko iparating sa damit ko. I'm so happy na na-carry ng model ko yung damit.
Designers, we have seen your designs and tallied your scores. If I call your name, please step forward. Ionica. Milka. Amor. MJ. Cheetah. If I called your name, you have garnered the highest and lowest scores. For those I did not call, congratulations. Your scores have qualified you for the next challenge. You may leave the runway. Thank you. hear from each and every one of you. Who would like to start? Oh, you do? Great. I was just about to pick you. Okay.
My dessert, my inspiration dessert is a multi-layer milk chocolate layer cake with peanuts and cashews. And so we were tasked to create a garment using our senses. And so I tackled the 5 senses. And starting from the side, the color is obviously chocolate. And then sense of touch, I incorporated the texture through chords. The feeling po when I first tasted the cake and when you chew it, parang you feel sophisticated, you feel mayaman, you feel kasi it's not everyone can eat that cake, so parang it's for special people, so I made it just special.
It is very smart to approach this as something that is pangmayaman. Nakuha mo yun. You are able, and this is very important, to hold back and restrain yourself.
I think you're a really strong contender in this competition. I was so impressed with the interpretation. I like the movement you created with the chords. I like that you created a different proportion. Suddenly here comes this knee-length, classy-looking dress.
Now let me ask, who wants to go next? Okay, Milka. I got a dark chocolate sphere with warm chocolate sauce. So, my design plan was to incorporate the shiny, parang luminescent stuff to come out. And my model is a morena, so I wanted her skin to stand up as well.
It was a happy surprise for me to see you step out of the box. I like that the design details repeated in the hair of the model.
It feels so sensual, yet it's not vulgar. It tested your maturity as a designer. You had an overall concept that completed the look of your model. The finish of your garment, it's impeccable. I love it.
I thought that the subtlety of that, of not going overboard, was something quite remarkable. The melting chocolate, I get that sense with the dress. The dessert had like many layers, and so does the finish of the dress. And like Tweety said, the finishing as well is astonishing. It's a great design.
I think this dessert and your dress was one of those things that were matched in heaven.
Okay, who wants to go next? You, Ionica?
I got the green tea opera cake with goma sauce and white chocolate cream. So when I saw this at Carolina's, it fits perfectly with, especially with the splash of goma sauce around the dessert. So I got this, and also to represent the green tea. I wanted my garment to look tall, and with the taste of the dessert, it's creamy, yet the bottom layer, it's this, I don't know, weird taste. That's why I incorporated it. I wanted a creamy looking top. When I first saw your dress, I wasn't really quite sure how I felt about this. At this point in the competition, I think ambivalence is not a good thing.
This is the first dessert I tried. In fact, it was the most visually arresting. It was also very unusual. Sadly, your dress is very usual. It's a silhouette that will not make me stand up and take notice. I don't really see the vitality and the youthfulness. You're in danger.
Oh, okay, Amor. Let's hear from you.
Okay, when I saw my cake, it was a very cute cake. Then, when I tasted the cake, it's so sour. But at the end of the lemon part, it's so sweet. The crust is so sweet.
I think you interpreted your dessert very literally. It does look exactly like the dessert. There is no depth to your design. I don't see your experience. I'm reminded of an 80s cocktail dress. I want a new point of view.
What I liked about the dessert was it was very straightforward. It's all about simplicity. I would have
maybe held back on the shine. I like maybe the playfulness of it, but because it's so playful, then maybe you could have held back a bit.
I expected a lot more from you today. This is what you've created is actually a confection. Yes, it's zesty, but not in the right way that I expected. You should have maybe concentrated on one important detail and then simplified everything else.
Okay. Cheetah, would you like to volunteer?
Okay, I got the wild berry from Japan with raspberry jelly, raspberry coulis, and vanilla mascarpone. What I've noticed about the dessert is the layering and the geometric shape. And after tasting the dessert, I was really happy. I thought I had more energy, it was a fun cake, and it was playful. I was really attracted with the lines and how the after effect, the taste, the textures.
The heart of your design, which is so refreshing, the extra layer of the see-through fabric, which actually is so nicely done with the black lines, that if you had saved sort of that creative energy for another creation, then it would have been a little bit more spot on. It's really just learning when to hold back.
When I first tasted the dessert, I thought it was one of the more interesting desserts because it wasn't so sweet. Ito ba kinain ni Chita o halo-halo? So parang halo-halo yung kinain mo eh. It's also maybe smart just to choose one thing. Take this in mind, and then perhaps the next time I see you, you'll have that sense of everything.
Okay, designers, we've heard what you had to say. We'll speak to you again later. You may now leave the runway. Thank you.